Alright, so I'm going to be playing Paradise Killer today. It describes itself as a first-person open-world murder mystery, and the story is kind of bonkers, but I figured, hey, let's check it out and dive in and play it, see what this is all about. So, kick it off. Alright, these are the controls. Oh, interesting. So I guess I'm assuming you can control what music you hear. That's pretty cool. Right. Vision. Pause. Torch. Jump. Alright, simple enough. Alright. Everything looks good. Let's kick it off.
Paradise Killer.
Probably also has some visual novel elements to it, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. But we'll check this game out. You will soon, let's see, welcome investigator. You will soon enter a paradise where fact and truth are not the same. Explore paradise in your own way and find your own truth. Paradise Killer has a wealth of accessibility options. Please tailor the experience to best suit your needs. Let's see, it does not autosave. Let's see, you must use save points on the island. Saving a record of your existence is free and easy and leads to a happier paradise. The Syndicate created the first Paradise Island to worship their dead alien gods. Guided by leader Montserrat, the Syndicate attempt to resurrect the gods by forcing citizens into psychic worship rituals. However, the worship invites demonic corruption from beyond the stars. The islands always fail. The islands die, and a new Paradise Island is born. The cycle repeats. Island Sequence 13. Lady Love dies. The Syndicate's lead investigator is deceived by the god Damned Harmony. She endangered paradise. Her sentence is external exile. The island could not be saved. Demonic corruption began to infect the fabric of paradise. The island died. The citizen slaughter ritual took place. Another paradise island failed. The cycle always repeats. Lady Love dies, watched from exile in the idle lands as each island flourished and died. Each iteration got closer to perfection. Demonic corruption events decreased. Island 24 was almost perfect until Henry Division, a lowly citizen, got too close to the gods. He allowed demons to flood the island. The citizens were once again slaughtered. The council began their mediation to end 24 and birth perfect 25. Before they could complete it, Paradise was killed. The Wave Blood Bar. 25th Island Sequence. Ha 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 ha. Hee 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 hee. The crime to end all crimes. This blend tastes different. The islands define the whiskey. This one definitely tastes of embers. She put the fire out. Was it Cosmic Dream? No. They called on her the exile. They needed to. Lady Love dies. 24th Island Sequence. Born at the longest tower, Burton in AD 1000, under the sign of Kiss Me to the Moon, the Syndicate's lead investigator after the Damned Harmony incident on Island 13, the Paradise Psycho unit was shut down, and Love Dies was exiled to the idle lands as punishment.
Another day in exile.
Something's wrong. I can feel it. Island 24 is supposed to be ending. Why am I still
I
here?
have a bad feeling about this.
So yeah, it has elements reminiscent of Danganronpa. And visually, this game is pretty cool. But right off the bat, I can tell already the story is a little bit on the bonkers side. Which is alright, because if you're into bonkers stories, then this game is probably right up your alley as well. Relic obtained. Fleeting thoughts, lost treasures. The remnants of lives lived. A vignette of another. A window in time. Wistful photo obtained. The outside of the Paradise Psycho unit before it was disbanded. The last photo that was taken of me back on Island 13. Days since you were exiled. Jeez. You must be like immortal or something. Well, then again, I don't know. Lady Love dies.
Who are you?
The first person you've spoken to in 3 million days. Can you taste it in the air? Yeah. Let's see. Something's wrong. Don't make me repeat myself. Well, yeah, that's... Well, don't make me repeat myself. Who are you? This feels like it's going to be a bad day. Cool it, Loves dies. You're getting a call. Call? Oh ho, you're in for a treat. You used to be the Syndicate's investigator, right? They're talking about you down there. They need the investigation freak. Time to get back in the saddle. Get out of the idle lands and get back to work. Exile is over. Why is a demon in the idle lands? The name's Shin Jigaf. You can call me Shinji. I'm just here to hang. I got no horse in this race. What race? Someone's made a move against the Syndicate. People are betting on the wrong horses. What do you want, Shinji? I like a good bit of murder. It's a good time, the best time. I'm just here to watch the results play out. We got some solving to do, some investigating, some looking real hard, some good thinking. Time to weave some truth, Love dies. Anyway, I gotta bounce. Go get your laptop. You're going to need it. See you on the island. I have no idea what's going on. That little runt said I need to find my laptop. You must mean Starlight. Every investigator needs an assistant. Starlight is up by the barrier that overlooks the island. Okay. Portrait of me painted by Lydia before I was exiled. Oh. Well, that's cool. You can bring up the controls anytime. So there's a jump button too. Crouch, interact. Okay. Kind of funny how fast you can forget the controls sometimes, though. Alright. Moving on. Dude, it's kind of funny how, like, certain games like this could actually be put into VR. There actually is a couple already. I'm just kind of taking in this environment. Let's see. It's nice that they highlight stuff for you too, though. Relic obtained. Fleeting thoughts, lost treasures. Okay, that's always going to kind of say what it is. Gold percolator obtained. Otherwise a coffee maker. Coffee doesn't taste the same if you're not working. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes I just drink coffee for the sake of drinking coffee. I don't have to be working for it to taste a certain way. Well-read book obtained. Well-read book about an ex-gangster that decided to become a master of grilled chicken skewers. Huh. Okay.
That's strange. Why?
Why is Starlight unlocked? 3 million days up here and now she's calling out to me.
Key item obtained.
Key item obtained. Key to the past. Key to the future. Key to your heart. Key to the truth. Starlight, let's see. Starlight obtained. An investigator's best friend, Starlight. It's been a while since me and the girl did the dance of an investigation. Starlight investigated investigation system. All the boot up jargon.
Welcome to Starlight.
That's strange.
Phone call from Judge is unexpected.
Lady Lovedice.
Madness has overtaken the island. That happened a long time ago. The council were murdered as the new island was born.
That's strange.
Is this a prank? Leader Montserrat is dead. The council are dead. This is no joke. Killer tried to take everything from us. The syndicate is about to collapse. You need an investigator, and you're in luck. My diary's pretty empty today. Lady Lovedice, I have authorized the use of Starlight. Take her and come to the island.
Investigate.
Your exile is over. The prison doors are open.
Don't test me.
Judge, the barrier's still up.
The door to truth will open.
Starlight can dance her way through it. Fall down to us and breathe life back into paradise. And you want me to just fall to the island? The islands haven't changed. The fall won't hurt you. Step off into the abyss and drop to the island. Lydia will be waiting for you.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
Nightmare computer.
A nightmare computer from the depths of space that uses a language born on a long-dead world. The Syndicate never upgrades. Starlight can emulate the OS and break down the components used in the symbols, but I need to work out how they are used. I haven't seen these symbols before. It looks like a hieroglyphic-based language. I need to find a clue to know which symbols release the lock. I can brute force it with trial and error, but I'm a busy woman now. Starlight can see the answer. I need to work out how to make it. Some of these parts should make the symbol I need. I need to select components from the ones available and match them to the top image, completing the puzzle. Well, yeah, this should be pretty easy.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Hieroglyphics takes me back to university. I was the only one in that arcane texts
The
class.
investigator is here.
Looks like the language is divided into different groupings of symbols for different types of objects the civilization found important. The rest of the syndicate can't decode these. They have keys coded to the specific machines they're allowed to access. The data on the nightmare computers is tamper-proof, sealed machines that hook into the fabric of the island. There'll be more on the island that I can unlock. Judge said they need me down on the island. The people that exiled me are dead, and I need to find out the who, how, and why. Time to fall into a pit of crime, a leap of faith into the sun-drenched abyss of memories, secrets, and crime. Well, I guess that's my cue. Wow. Here we go.
Paradise Killer.
Paradise Gates, 24th Island, safely breathing life back into paradise. Unable to interface. What do we got here?
Blood crystal obtained.
Blood crystal. A prized unit of currency used by the syndicate. Sweet. Alright. We suspect demonic corruption reported. I was talking to a demon earlier. Does that mean I'm corrupted? Of course, I was exiled too. This is electronically locked. I need to find a power switch for it. Alrighty.
Getting saved.
Okay. Let's open Starlight up. Investigation notes. Judge. Let's see. Reported to the judge. Lydia at daybreak. Judge said Lydia would be waiting for me. Time to find my ride. Oh, I do have key items. Blood vials. Lady Love Dies blood vial. All syndicate members have a unique blood vial with unique blood code. Okay. Starlight investigator's best friend. Starlight. It's been a... Okay. Oh. Upgrades. Wait. Hmm? No upgrades. Relics. Cool. Okay. Population. You are here. Paradise Gates. The pathway between a dying island and the next island. Syndicate members are transported between islands by Lydia, the fairy woman. Let's see. Inscribed in the surface Starlight skin. The craters on the moon are no accident. The moon used to be smooth, but one of the gods fired meteors at it to write out a message of no consequence. Oh, nice. So yeah, you can change music. Yeah, we'll keep it chill. Okay. It's been too long.
I'm glad you're back, LD.
See you, Daybreak.
Your oldest friend. Born in Mwana Falls, Kenya in AD 1001 under the sign of a beautiful spectre. The Syndicate's fairy woman, responsible for transporting the Syndicate to New Island sequences. After an uninteresting childhood spent in worship of beautiful spectre, she enlisted in the army during her teens. Lydia became known as a Titan killer after she successfully defended a temple complex from 3 monstrosities born from beyond the stars. She retired from the world of assassination when she met Sam Daybreak, fleeing to join the Syndicate
The
together.
investigator is here.
Thanks, Starlight.
Huh?
Starlight's giving you the full 101, huh? I've been in exile for 3 million days. She obviously thinks I need a refresher. What did I miss?
Evil stuff, LD. Last night was a killer.
The council were killed just as the next island was born. Word is a killer got into their building and took a knife to them.
How?
How are you feeling? Messed up, LD. This is the worst. The island needs an investigator. You shouldn't have been exiled, LD. We needed you down here. Judge told me to bring you to them. Let's go. Yeah, I just straight away ask Lydia if she was responsible. Let's go see then. One thing before we go, LD. I can ferry you around the island if you need me to. Save your feet from a hike. If you need a pickup, call me on one of the phones. The phones are deactivated since it's the end of the island, so you need to fire them up again. I already activated this phone for you in case you need to come back here.
Ferrywoman reporting for duty.
Alright. Ferrywoman reporting for duty. Time to ride, LD. Seatbelts on, LD. How was exile? 3 million days just flies past. Cheer up, Buttercup. You're back on the island now. Back in the game. Let's go nostalgic. The old days. It's been so long since we rode together, Lydia. I miss the old days. I know, us girls used to get shit done. It was fun back in the day. How have you been? All good. Life has been relaxed. Got a cat. It's a Bengal. We call it Dagger. I'm still painting. Uh-huh. Each island is more beautiful than the last. I like to capture them before they go. I like your perfume, by the way. Oh, thanks, LD. Pretty one, isn't it? It's a unique blend that I got made especially. It's nice. I'll have to get some on the next island. Sorry, LD. The blend is my own secret recipe. We're almost there. Go and speak to Judge. If you want to hang, I'll be on the pier. It's been so long since I performed an investigation. You getting the fire
I
back?
was born to investigate.
It never left. I was born to investigate. Go get him, LD. Courthouse. Trial before the stars. Hmm. I can talk to Judge straight away. But before that, I want to pick up this. My old gun. When the time comes to execute justice, she will sing the song of punishment. Oh, they won't just hand it to me. I think I gotta talk to Judge first. But before that, let's just kinda... yeah, I guess nothing. Let's talk to Judge.
Hello, Judge.
Good to see Justice again. Birthplace forgotten. Birthsign forgotten. Every society needs a form of justice, and the syndicate member volunteered. They believed so deeply in impartial justice that they scrubbed their ego and fused themselves to the island, becoming Judge. They would become the embodiment of justice, acting on behalf of the island. Starlight is helping you navigate through the sea of truth already. Judge. Island population. Paradise requires power and sacrifice.
Welcome back to the blood-stained paradise, Lady Lovedays.
The investigator is here.
Tell me about the crime.
Paradise killer.
The council are dead. Our leader's gone. The black pall of crime hangs over us. Leader Monostrat has been taken
What
from
the
us.
hell?
The whole council were murdered at once. They gathered to birth the new island, our perfect new home, Perfect 25. At the end of their mediation, the killer struck. Arrogance put the entire council in one room. Hubris is a large gap in armor. If you're a murder junkie, that's quite the hit. Midnight. The holy hour. The hour of weird. The hour of... Judge, I get it. All of the council were murdered last night at
Got
midnight.
it.
Do you have a suspect? It's a miracle. A mass murderer in custody. Henry Division, a citizen possessed by a demon. He's killed before, a decade ago. He came back. We found the knife in his hand. The council's blood in his stomach. The oppressed rise up. Who'd have thought? Where's the crime scene? The council's own penthouse. The brutalist tower that reaches to the sky. Has anyone been in there?
Investigate.
The council are protected by 4 holy seals. Only our leaders can open them. We cannot get into the crime scene. We cannot assess the slaughter.
How?
How did the killer get in?
Truth waits for you in the shadows.
Truth hides behind the smoke of crime. We only know the nature of the first holy seal. 2 of the finest god justice marshals, stationed as guards, as sentinels, both butchered by the monster. Demonic sigils cover the suspect's body, scorched onto him by the astral demon inside him. Those same sigils are daubed in the marshal's blood at the entrance to the council
I
building.
don't like this.
If no one has been in the crime scene, how do you know the council are dead? Their work is done. A new island has been born, yet they have not emerged from their chambers. The accused was found with a red slick knife and a belly full of the blood of the council members.
Investigate.
In this instance, the answer to the terrifying equation is dreadful murder. I'm going to assume there are no eyewitnesses if it's a locked room murder. None that have come forward. Why would someone decapitate the syndicate now? Is it an interloper, a god, a desire of power? Is it naked ambition played out with a knife in a penthouse? A power play, a sickle killing for kicks. The world's a twisted place. It wouldn't surprise me. The balance has existed for millennia.
Ooh.
Who's running the show now? I installed architect Carmelina as the acting leader. We have birthed Perfect 25, a wonderful new home of her design. She's best placed to oversee this new transition. As bizarre as this vision of crime is, there's a further anomaly. Just one? You remember KHX? Our master craftsman? What about him? He is missing. We haven't had any contact with him for several days. This is doubly concerning as he designed the second holy seal that protects the council.
Sure.
Is he a potential killer? If you can track the right truth through the darkened forest secrecy, you might be able to prove
Lady
it.
Love dies.
It's been a while since we needed you. The Syndicate is in danger. You're in danger. Unspoken things beyond the stars are in danger. The island will not give up its secrets easily.
Is paradise worth saving?
What is the truth? What are the facts? Are they the same? Evidence, testimony. They are yours to find, yours to take. You must find who did this.
Crime cannot hide.
Crime always wants to be found. The nature of crime is perverse. Starlight has the blood records of the Council. I have just updated Starlight with a blood sample of Henry as well. Use them to examine the murder weapon and crime scene. I need this solved so we can move on to the new island. A suspect isn't enough. I need concrete proof. I am linked to Starlight, a conduit of justice. She will track your case files. She has just unlocked her suspect module.
Investigate.
Investigate, interrogate. Find the gold evidence in the silt of the island. When you are ready, bring them to me and we'll begin the trials. The trials will determine the guilty. Assemble your facts and present a truth to me. You may not understand your truth. Bring them to trial and we will reveal the guilty together and attain clarity. You can start the trials whenever you are ready. They will be the climax of your investigation, but you determine when that climax will be.
Truth waits for you.
Are you
in the
ready to
shadows.
investigate? This island will try to hide the truth
When
from you.
love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The journey into truth and justice begins.
A duel across the sun-drenched streets between the investigator and the truth. Paradise Island is yours. Crime details received. 2352. Henry Division escapes from Desolation Cell. Grand Marshal Kiko 14 was guarding him. 0-100. The council are murdered, so exactly at midnight. 3 minutes after that, Henry is found outside of the council building by Akiko. Akiko informs witness that Henry has been found and that the first seal guards are murdered. 05. Akiko confirms to witness that the holy seals are closed. She cannot secure the penthouse. 06. Judge assumes authority over this island and locks the paradise gates. 32. Syndicate meeting is held in courtroom. Judge appoints Carmelina as acting leader. 316. Judge decrees that they are bringing Lady Love Dies out of exile. A full investigation will happen before the island ends. 331. Judge activates Starlight and waits for Lady Love Dies to make contact.
Key license obtained.
Blood sample obtained. Blood sample taken from Henry Division, the prime suspect of the council murder last night. Let's see. What is the second holy seal? The answer should be somewhere within the council building. I need to find out what the third holy seal is. It should be deep within the council building. I need to examine of the two murdered guards that form the first holy seal at the entrance of the council building. The fourth holy seal is a mystery. How was the final barrier before the council's penthouse breached? Crimson acid. Question about their suspicions. I should speak to Crimson about her whereabouts last night. Your question about their suspicions. Lydia and Sam Daybreak. The witness to the end. Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Carmelina Silence. Dr. June Jazz, Henry Division. What does Henry have to say about last night? Why would a citizen want to kill the council? KHX is missing. These are my suspects. These are the crimes. Unsorted evidence is a crime. Let's see. Grand Marshal Article 14, born in Lehigh, Romania in 8991 under the sign of New Knight, the Grand Marshal of the Syndicate's God, Justice Marshals. Carmelina Silence, born to Romeo and Natasha Silence on the 4th island sequence under the design of Blood Dancer, architect of the island sequences. Crimson Acid, born in the hospital of Armardo, England in 1002 under the sign of Endless Moon, Syndicate's idol turned secrets broker. Dr. Doomjazz, born in the Cannon Fortress, Scotland in 8988 under the sign of Cosmic Deceit. Cosmic Deceit. That makes me want to trust him. Henry Division, citizen born to Rena Division 27 years ago, father unknown. Possessed by a demon 10 years ago, currently incarcerated in the Desolation Cell, accessible from South Beach. Leah and Sam Daybreak, married ex-assassins. The Witness to the End, born in the Chaos Palace in northern Iran in AD 981, under the sign of Destroyed Eden, overseer of the end of the island. Yuri Knight, born in the marble chambers of the island sequence 15, under the sign of Dire Rose, secretary to architect Carmelina and the Berry Woman's handler. Crime to end all crimes. Last night, the council were murdered as they birthed the next island through mediation. Was it the power play or killing for kicks? Who did it and why? KHX is missing. KHX is the Syndicate's master craftsman and designer of the second holy seal that protects the council. He hasn't been seen in a number of days. Starlight has failed to classify the evidence contained in here. Continuing our investigation will leave no stone unturned. The items. Leader Montserrat murdered. The Syndicate's glorious leader, he formed the Syndicate with his mentor, Ezekiel. Montserrat became the leader of the Syndicate when he killed the mad leader, Ezekiel, and saved the Syndicate from darkness, a victim of last night's massacre. Gabriella Devotion murdered. Hailing from North Africa, High Priestess Gabrielle Devotion is seen as a mediator between the Syndicate and the gods. Only certified priests are allowed to communicate with the gods, since communicating with astral deities opens passages in space which demons can pass through. Pandora 2 murdered. Pandora 2 established the Dead Nebula Company early in the Syndicate and became the only goods manufacturer on the island. In conjunction with Masahiro Heavy Industries, she established the Deep Factory in the sprawling caverns under the island. Kafka Memory murdered. Kafka Memory was a founding member of the Syndicate and conceived the plan to mass abduct citizens from the real world and bring them to the island, forcing them to worship the gods. A cold-hearted man that grew increasingly introverted over the millennia. Lunatic Pope murdered. Second in command to Gabriella and handles most of the day-to-day running of the religious aspects of the Syndicate. Born on the 5th island and advanced into the council through selfless devotion and a brain for interpreting bureaucratic aspects of the god's dogma. Find Stranger. A mystery to almost all in the Syndicate and Council, it is unknown where he came from, responsible for reading tomes during council meetings. Leon Disaster. Early in the Syndicate, the need for a currency arose. Disaster found a way to harden blood into crystals. It was decided that only his blood would be used so as not to flood the market. Makin Origin. Murdered. Makin took over Masahiro Heavy Industries when Masahiro himself was murdered by the mad leader, Ezekiel. Since then, Makin has used her flair for industrial design to grow MHI and adapt to the changing needs of the Syndicate. She is responsible for maintenance of the Syndicate's power source, the Reality Folding Drive, a victim of last night's council massacre. Aiz Kiwami's suicide. Born in a remote area of India and came to the Syndicate during the Great Betrayal after saving Doom Jazz from torture, the two chased after the newly formed Syndicate as they made their way through Mesopotamia. Aiz Kiwami took his own life several years ago. It is unknown why. Lady Love Dies. Born at the longest tower in Britain in 81,000 under the sign of Kiss Me to the Moon, the Syndicate's lead investigator after the Damned Harmony incident on Island 13, the Paradise Psycho unit was shut down and Lady Love Dies was exiled to the Idle Lands as punishment. Grand Marshal Akiko, 14, born in Mihai de Romea. These are the characters, at least still living as far as the Syndicate goes. Isaiah Bullitt moved to the next island. Procures conditions and distributes citizens on the island. Previously married to Lady Love Dies, moved to Island 25 before the murder. Nicolina Rose moved to next island. Works directly under Pandora 2 to manage the Dead Nebula operations, responsible for negotiating the Crimson Acid collaborations. Jahim Fortune maintains the Syndicate graveyard on top of the mountain, responsible for all funeral rites conducted for Syndicate members. Madame Complex, responsible for maintaining the gardens around the island, also performs the duty of the opening of a door at the end of the year. Balthazar Tears, the lead engineer for Masahiro Heavy Industries, working under Makin Origin, responsible for the God Bruiser nuclear weapons. Grace Bloodlines, responsible for conducting and overseeing the exorcising of demons that possess island inhabitants, murdered by Henry Division 10 years ago. KHX, a craftsman that produces items of exquisite workmanship, often tasked with crafting ceremonial items, responsible for creating one of the Holy Seals. Citizens, 3,106 worshippers and workers. Victims of mass abductions brought to the islands and forced to worship the gods, the psychic energy created by their worship is channeled by Syndicate priests and fed to the gods. Citizens are the lowest class of island inhabitants, spending their lives in worship and working in the deep factory and farm. History. Man's prehistory. The gods come to Earth, gift man technology, and the world becomes embroiled in a millennial-long war. The gods are betrayed by their enslaved armies and are killed, imprisoned, or driven from the Earth. The Syndicate is formed by worshippers of the gods. The imprisoned god's silent goat learns of the Syndicate and psychically gifts them his power. The Syndicate uses his power to create the Paradise Island sequences and the reality folding drive to fuel them. Paradise Island Sequence 13. Lady You Love Dies is seduced by the god Damned Harmony. She is exiled to the Idle Lands. Paradise Island Sequence 24. Current Island. 964 years ago, Paradise Island Sequence 24 is born. 10 years ago, demonic corruption incident. Henry Division illegally communicates with the gods and is possessed by a demon of unknown origin. Henry murders his mother, and during his arrest, he also kills the Syndicate's exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. Demonic corruption taints the island. Paradise Island 24 is condemned. Preparations are made for the birth of Paradise Island Sequence 25, nicknamed Perfect 25. One day ago, preparations for Perfect 25 have been completed. The Syndicate's council retired at the penthouse to mediate and birth the next island. Last night, 2352, Henry escapes from Island Desolation Island. So yeah, this is everything we know as far as what happened in terms of the timeline. Interesting. Basically, you being part of the Syndicate are granted power from gods, alien gods. Huh. And I guess I could change the skin of my laptop. Alright, well, that's everything. Back to it.
The investigator. Are you our savior as well? Is paradise worth saving?
I can just come here. I'm ready to work through this with you, Lady Love Dies. We shall examine your case files and cast a light upon the shadowy recesses where
The
truth
door to
lies.
truth will open.
Are you ready to begin the trials, Lady Love Dies? This is the point of no return. Ensure that you are happy with your evidence and reasoning. There's no going back. No. I just started the investigation. Still working on it, Judge. I am almost salivating for the trial. Come back when you are ready. Why me? I merely allowed Damned Harmony to wipe us out. You don't get exiled for a misdemeanor. You were the victim, not the criminal. The Syndicate is wrong to punish those that smell the rose of a god's deception. The gods are insidious, slithering into your mind. Corruption by an astral deity is not consensual.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
You're the only one to have ever said that. I was bound by Montserrat and the Council all those millennia ago. Now I can make it up to
I'm
you.
glad to be back.
Thank you, Judge. I am almost salivating for... Where are the rest of the Syndicate? Some made it out, ferried through the Paradise Gates to the new island. The rest remain here, the gates sealed after
What the
bloodbath.
hell?
Are they suspects as well? It is possible that they set a conspiracy in motion before they left. I doubt it, though. Criminals always return to the scene of the crime. Which is also not technically true, as far as crimes go. They insert themselves in the narrative. They need to know. The rest of the Syndicate are on the new island. The gates are sealed. They can't come back. They cannot revisit. I see. They can't exert influence from the new island, but keep tabs on the investigation. To commit the crime to end all crimes, you need to know how it is playing out. Focus on the suspects here. The conspiracy was initiated by someone who is left. A co-conspirator will be on this island. You will reveal the truth through them. I'm almost salivating for this. Okay, yeah. Why did you make the architect the acting leader? Perfect 25 is her design, her vision. The Syndicate has been mortally wounded. We cannot let the move to the new island
I
suffer as
have
well.
a bad feeling about this.
The law forbids her to be on the council. I have not forgotten her father's crimes. She is a temporary leader. We will go to the new island and she will step
Sure.
down. Any assurance on that? The marshals work for the council and the syndicate. They will ensure she steps down.
Sorry.
I hope you're right. I'm almost celibate. Doesn't witness to the end usually have authority to the end of an island. The remaining syndicate members are all submerged in the bubbling swamp of suspicion. This includes witness.
Paradise feels wrong.
You just took jurisdiction? I am impartial. My ego was scrubbed a long time ago. I'm fused to this island. I cannot move from the chamber of justice. You and I are the only ones free of suspicion. You and I will understand the truth. I'm... Yep. Can I take my gun? You know what? I can't take the gun, and I think the reason it's here is that once I've gathered my evidence, I can then also be executioner to the criminal, or the perpetrator of the crime. Nope. Now that that's done. Oh, cool. This is AR mode. And I guess it points me in the direction of all possible people I can go to. Alright. What's happening, Sinji? Moment of your time.
I hate demons.
What now? Am I going to be seeing a lot of you? What now? I understand you've got a lot on your plate. A mass murder on an island full of weirdos and all that. I feel for you, I really do.
Don't like this.
Skip to the end. You know the blood crystals, the currency you guys are so precious about. I took the liberty of acquiring some while everyone was leaving.
That's
Yeah.
illegal.
You mean you stole? Sounds like you stole a lot of people's money. Not people, rich people. Screw them. Soulless bastards. Anyway, you'll need some currency to make it through this. Grease the wheels and all that. Point is, I've scattered the blood crystals around the island for you to find a little game. A little fun game. You need currency, right? Bribe a secret out of someone here, bottle of whiskey there, you know.
Got it.
You and I have different definitions of fun. Potatoes,
That's
tomatoes.
not right.
Catch you later.
Blood crystals obtained. Game saved.
And yes, if you're all wondering what I'm playing on, I am playing on PS5. So this is the PlayStation 5 version of this game. I'm just gonna explore a little bit here.
Relic obtained.
Island sequence 20 memento obtained. 20th island sequence, the mountain collapses. Why? How? Was supposed to be perfect. Who am I headed towards? Oh, I'm going to see Sam Daybreak. Or at least headed in the direction of Sam Daybreak.
The investigator, I presume. That's weird.
Where did you come from? Where does anyone come
What
from?
the hell?
Who
Then
are
your
you?
name is? One last kiss.
Kiss? Who's getting the kiss? Who deserves my last kiss? What kind of kiss
Who
is
will
it?
benefit from a crime like this?
Is it a kiss of love, tender and sweet, or a kiss of death, dripping with poison and hate? When you look around this island, what did you see? Unknowable secrets. Always on the edge of my vision, rarely allowing me to
This
focus on them.
island is a thousand little tragedies waiting to be discovered.
I know where one is. When things die, where do they go? Do you think I am dead? I am where would
I have
I
a
be?
bad feeling about this.
You want me to find your resting place, the Syndicate Graveyard. This little game better lead to something. I hope so too, investigator. I wonder if random stuff like that can just occur at any time. Interesting. Oh, and I do have access to my torch now. But I don't need to use it. And hopefully it regenerates. Well, I think I'm at a good stopping point now for part 1 of Paradise Killer. And I'll continue to do more episodes and full playthrough of this game. It's interesting. Like I said, it's got a bit of a bonkers story, and there's a lot of religious and other undertones to it, which is kind of cool. So, I'm gonna just save my game one more time here. Go. And
Getting saved.
I will see you guys next time for part 2. Bye.